It's your girl Teosha back with another video. Before we get started, make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment. Y'all know all that stuff I ask y'all to do every single video. If y'all see, my waist lifted. It is so hot and I didn't want to glue it down because the glue would have been coming back up because I've been sweating. So my lace is not melted, but I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but I was just letting y'all know. But today we're going to talk about, I know I do topics on stuff that ain't too relevant or that's on YouTube, but today I wanted to talk about the Maleah Davis situation or the disappearance, and give my opinion and my aspect on it. Usually I don't touch on topics like this because of the serious nature of them. But this situation, like looking at that little girl, this situation, hits home or it tugs at my heart. So I wanted to talk about it. Now, if y'all don't know who Maleah Davis is, she's the little 4 or 5-year-old little girl who allegedly had been taken by 3 men, and along with her not her stepdad, her mother's ex-fiance and her little brother, and they supposedly, allegedly, whatever you want to call it, only took her. When I heard that story, I was like, I was like, and they let the daddy go and the brother. How convenient is that? Why would they let a grown man go who can identify them and take a little girl? Soon as I heard that story, my red flags was peaking. And I was like, the dad, well, he ain't her dad, but I was like, the stepfather. At the time, they was calling him the stepfather. I was like, the stepfather did it. He had something to do with it. I already knew. And, the mom had been taken up for him. Like, he's a loving person, all that kind of stuff. And not to judge a book by its cover, y'all. But when I seen a picture of the stepdad, I was like, he ain't innocent. He had something to do with it, or he did it. I mean, he just looked, not to talk about people, but kind of bummish to me. And I was just like, nah, he did it or he had something to do with it. And sure enough, look, they got him in, they holding him in jail for it. But I wanted to kind of talk about, like, the mama. I kind of feel like she's, and this is my opinion, y'all could give y'all opinion in the comments below. YouTube probably got my comments disabled, but if y'all can speak on it, y'all can speak on it. But the mama, what made me mad about the mom is because I feel like Maleah Davis was failed, because there were small incidents leading up to this, happening that could have been avoided, in my opinion. With her supposedly falling and getting a brain injury, and she ended up having, brain surgery, so she was a little special. And her and her brother's been taken away and then given back to the mom them. I was like, he been doing this for the longest. He been doing something for the longest to this little girl. And then, so the mom's been taken up for him, but then all of a sudden, to make herself look good, in my opinion, now she want to throw him under the bus. But to me, if she's throwing him under the bus, she's throwing herself under the bus. Because if you as a mother see that somebody is doing disrespectful, inappropriate things to your child, and then you constantly leaving him with her, or leaving them together, you just as fault, in my opinion, as the person who is doing it, because you are supposed to be a protector. You are, baby Jane, I'm trying to talk. You are supposed to be a protector, and you will ultimately leave your child with the person that you claim had been, you know, for the sake of YouTube, what do I want to say? But, not treating her good and doing things to her. And then you alleging that, you know, he possibly was touching and all that stuff. You know, I feel like she was failed by her mother also. And I can't say that her mom's not hurt. I can't say that the tears that her mom are crying is fake. You know, I can't say that because I don't know how it feels to lose a child. But, you know, I don't know if she's crying out of pain and hurt, if she's crying out of guilt because the situation could have been avoided had you acted on the previous incidents. Y'all, if I sound crazy, y'all know I'm talking in code because YouTube be tripping. But I feel like had she acted on previous incidents and got rid of him a long time ago, her child, of course, would still be safe and sound. And now, you know, I feel like he should be a man and own up to the situation and just basically tell everybody where she is so she can get the proper, you know, burial and all that stuff. She didn't deserve that. And she was or is, I mean, we all know that she's probably not alive, but since they haven't announced it yet, I'll go ahead and, you know, speak as if she's still here. But she is a beautiful little girl, and it just hurts my heart. And I feel like single moms, you have to be your child's advocate. You have to protect your child. Don't just be bringing randoms around. I'm like, if I have to be single for however long, that's fine with me, as long as I know ain't nobody mistreating my child. Ain't that much love for a man or anything in the world. I mean, yeah, I would like companionship and stuff, but my child come first, and it would just hurt me to bring somebody into our home and then I find out that they are mistreating my child and doing stuff to my child while I'm not looking her away. You know, you ultimately inviting somebody into you and your child's space, and then they turn around and do that to your child. It's like people put on a big front, so it's not like I can't say she didn't know. But when them red flags started coming up and now you want to talk about it, I feel like you was at fault too, because you could have got rid of him a long time ago, and then you knew or had suspicion that he was supposedly mistreating your child, but you accepted his ring when he had proposed to you. That baby was going to be living through so much. Had this incident not happened, I believe this incident would have happened later on, because it's not like if he was mistreating her before that the situation would have stopped. And it just hurts my heart because I'm like, that little girl can't defend herself. I don't know if she could talk or anything. You know, I know by her age she should be able to, but because of her brain injury and stuff, I don't know if she could talk or if she was able to tell. But it just hurts my heart that, you know, it seems like her mom wanted or needed a man around so much to where you kind of put your child, and not only her, but all of your children's well-being at risk. And like I said, I don't really touch on these stories, and especially, you know, something like this that's so serious. But at being a single mom, it is so scary to bring somebody around and not know their intentions, or their intentions could be good and then they just can't handle kids and snap. I would just be so hurt. So I just wanted to talk about it because I've been following the story, you know, reading up on the story, because it hurts my heart. You know, she was failed, in my opinion. Everybody that should have protected her did not protect her. And, you know, it just makes me want to cry every time I see her little pictures and stuff. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments, if y'all could comment. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see y'all in the next video.